You know how sometimes life feels like you're lost in a fog, like you don't know which way to walk? That's confusion. And most people run from it. They think fog is danger, that not knowing means failure. But let me tell you something raw and unfiltered. Confusion is the classroom of evolution. It's the forge where the old you burns and the new you is hammered into shape. And the crazy paradox is this. When people get depressed, they stop learning. They stop risking. They stop getting confused. Which is like starving your brain for oxygen. Because the very thing that rewires your neurons, that grows new connections, that heals depression, is confusion itself. It's like shutting the door to the gym because you feel too weak to exercise, not realizing the exercise is what makes you strong enough to keep going. So let's chunk up to the big picture. Imagine a world where every time you hit confusion, you smile, you lean in, you say, fuck yeah, this is where my brain grows. Fast forward that life 5 years, 10 years. That version of you would be unstoppable. New skills pouring in, depression dissolving, resilience stacking. Imagine what you'd dare to try if confusion felt like play instead of danger. Businesses you'd start, relationships you'd repair, joy you'd rewire into your nervous system. Now chunk down, look at the details. You already do this. First time you tied your shoes, you were confused. First time you read, you were confused. First kiss, awkward as hell. Confusing. But look what it opened. That's your brain learning. That's neuroplasticity. You've always used confusion as a doorway. You just forgot the doorway was sacred. And now, let's be blunt about the consequences of not acting on this. If you keep avoiding confusion, you'll calcify into sameness. You'll cling to the old because it feels safe. But safety without growth is just a padded coffin. That's the karma. Fear of confusion becomes the slow death of aliveness. You'll get stuck in loops of I know, while your soul withers. But when you embrace confusion, neuroplasticity explodes. Your brain starts pumping BDNF, serotonin, dopamine. Connections spark. Old stuck loops break. Depression doesn't stand a fucking chance against novelty, play, uncertainty. The fog itself becomes the medicine. Think of a child building with blocks. They don't cry when the tower falls. They laugh, rebuild, adapt. Confusion is joy. Confusion is curiosity stretching its legs. Adults get too serious, too attached to being right. But the truth is, being wrong is the map to being better. Wrong leads to confusion. Confusion leads to calibration. Calibration leads to mastery. Like flying a plane. Turbulence feels dangerous. But it's how pilots learn to adjust, to navigate storms, to become masters of the sky. Or like blacksmithing, the fire and hammering, the confusion. It's what makes steel strong. Avoid the fire, you stay brittle. So right now, inside you, your unconscious is rewiring. Every past moment of confusion that you survived is proof. Your first bike ride, first heartbreak, first job. You didn't die from confusion, you grew. And the part of you that already knows how to do this can remember. And the part of you that forgot can relearn. And maybe now you begin to notice, as you imagine yourself leaning into the next wave of confusion, that something inside relaxes. Because deep down, your nervous system is wired to thrive on novelty. Science backs it. Your own life backs it. And the implications, the more you embrace confusion, the faster you heal. The more you resist it, the deeper you sink. Embracing confusion makes you playful, resilient, magnetic. Avoiding it makes you rigid, bitter, stuck. Cause and effect, karma. No fucking mystery. So now your unconscious mind can begin to sort through all of those limiting beliefs that told you confusion is dangerous, and swap them out for the truth. Confusion is gold. Confusion is power. Confusion is play. Confusion is medicine. So let me ask you, what happens when you start living like that? When your identity becomes, I thrive in uncertainty. I laugh in confusion. I grow stronger with every unknown. People will feel it. They'll trust you more. Because you won't need to be right. You'll be willing to play. Opportunities will find you. Because you won't shrink back when things look uncertain. Your depression will lose its grip. Because you'll feed your brain the novelty that it craves. And if you don't, you already know the answer. Same loops, same suffering, same dead ends. But you're not that person, not anymore. Because now, confusion belongs to you. Now, confusion is your ally. Now every time your mind says, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, you can smile and say, perfect. This is where I grow. So just imagine, unconsciously, how much easier your life becomes when you let this truth soak into your bones. Confusion isn't chaos, it's creation. Confusion isn't the end, it's the portal. Confusion isn't weakness, it's the superpower. And as your unconscious keeps installing that naturally, effortlessly, you already know life will never look the same again.